The Galaxy S25 and S25 Plus have just been announced. Just last week, we got our exclusive hands-on with both of Samsung's new base model phones. Welcome back to SamMobile TV. You're here with Daniel. If you want to know about the S25 Ultra, which is here, I've got a completely dedicated separate hands-on video for this, so you can go watch that if you haven't already after this one. We've also kind of done a little comparison to the S24 Ultra throughout that video too, so go check it out. In this video, we're going to focus specifically on the base models of the S25, the S25 and the S25 Plus. First, let's run through the specs. There's not a lot different to last year, to be honest. You have a 6.2-inch Full HD Plus screen on the base model, and the Plus a 6.7-inch Quad HD Plus screen, both adaptive 1 to 120 Hz refresh rate displays. Nothing really different in that sense. You have Armor aluminium around the frame and Victus 2 glass included as well. The thing is with the cameras is that you've got the same triple camera and selfie setup as last year as well. 12, 50, 10 with 12 on the front. Nothing has changed in that sense. Same size batteries, same charging speeds. It's pretty much across the board the same. The big story here is the inclusion of the Snapdragon 8 Elite for Galaxy globally. There's no longer an Exynos and Snapdragon split. They are the same across the range. Everyone take a big exhale of breath. They've done it. Whilst we've gone through those specs and the numbers, there's a lot more to these phones than the numbers that you see on a spec sheet. Because on paper, apart from the chipset, there's really no changes. So it's the same as last year. However, paper doesn't do it justice. Starting with the design, I think the biggest thing that you'll notice that's different, not necessarily how it looks, it's how it feels in the hand. It's lighter, the S25 coming in at 164 grams and the S25 Plus at 190. It's thinner. Again, 7.3 mil and 7.2 mil. So whilst they're not going to be as thin as something like a Galaxy S6, they're absolutely going to feel thinner, narrower because of the bezels, and lighter. So the all-round in-hand aesthetic has drastically been improved. Samsung likely could have increased the battery capacity, which would have made the phone thicker or as thick as it was last year. And they also probably could have beefed up the cameras a little bit as well. What they've done with the base models is prioritize design and in-hand aesthetic, which I think is a smart move because customers that buy these ones in particular, they're not bothered by the spec sheet. They're bothered more by aesthetics and how it feels. The big improvements for these phones come from the chip. That's the story here. We'll talk about the raw numbers first. The 8 Elite for Galaxy, which that for Galaxy part is important, will put this phone on the map. It's got a 40% increase in NPU, the neural processing. This is over the 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy, by the way, not even the Exynos. 37% CPU increase and a 30% GPU increase. And for these phones, to manage all that extra power, they both have a 15% larger vapor chamber compared to the S24 and S24 Plus. It's not bad for the thin package that they have on show. The thing is, even though the cameras didn't change, this chip will improve the existing camera setup. It's going to allow for something called a spatio-temporal filter. Bear with me. This filter is going to help tell the difference between static and moving objects for quality of output. There's also a new Pro Visual Engine, which is going to help with noise reduction. So again, all down to the image processing from the chip. And it's apparently through something called double analysis noise removal. Sure. But because the chip is being used alongside the Ultra this year, it means that it's not going to be missing key camera features. So we spoke about in the Ultra video that it can shoot in log. And last year, because of the Exynos Snapdragon split, the S25 and S25 Plus missed out on some of the key camera upgrades or some of the finer camera upgrades. It's not going to be like that. The log video recording that is on the S25 Ultra is on the S25 and S25 Plus as well. Also, this 8 Elite for Galaxy is going to enable a slew of new Galaxy AI features, and it'll enable it on device as well. There won't be any of the need to do it off device or on the cloud. You can do on device Galaxy AI processing. We do have a video talking about One UI 7 and the new Galaxy AI features that it brings. Again, go check that out. Speaking of One UI 7, this phone does not launch with One UI 7.1, which is kind of unusual. It's been the thing that they've done for a while. But I think with how this launch of One UI 7 has gone, it's not unexpected. Even though it's not got One UI 7.1, I still feel like the features extra that it has pretty much make it that anyway. SamMobile is currently at Unpacked, so we've got plenty of coverage on our website for these devices and plenty more to come here as well. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.